newspapers, to those VE celebrations of May the 8th, 1945. 27 years before that, we were celebrating the end of the war to end all wars. And lest we forget, here's one of the great songs from The Great War, sung by that marvelous tenor, Robert White.
She is watching by the poplars, Collinette with the sea blue eyes. She is watching and longing and waiting where the long white roadway lies, and a song stirs in the silence as the wind in the boughs above. She listens and starts and trembles. 'Tis the first little song of love. Roses are shining in Picardy, in the hush of the silver dew. Roses are flowering in Picardy, but there's never a rose like you. And the roses will die with the summertime, though our roads may be far apart. But there's one rose that dies not in Picardy. It is the rose I keep in my heart.
Thank you. That was Robert White, of course, and his accompanist was Timothy Barrett.
Great.
Roses of Picardy. That's, is it a World War I song, really?
Indeed, yeah, it is. I learned it from my dad. He was a doughboy. He was over in France in the First World War, and he sang it for King Alfred, I think, or Albert of Belgium in those days, and sang it in the trenches, actually.
You've sung in some pretty distinguished company yourself. I mean, this is a bit of a come-down for you, this kind of rubbish. Really. I mean, look at them out there. Look at them
now,
out.
they're
Look at them
great.
here.
Come on. They're the best audience in the world. It's true, Terry.
You should have said that before you sang.
Want another song?
As you said your father sang for the King of the Belgians. You've in fact sung in the White House.
Indeed, I did. I did 3 concerts there, 1 for Kennedy and then 2 for Carter, and I was in the White House only the other day. I had a talk with one of the assistants to the president about coming down there soon, and then I hopped across to the Capitol the same day and had a wonderful time to visit Tip O'Neill on his busy day. Can I tell you what happened, though? A funny thing on the way to the Capitol. They said, the speaker would love to see you. He's a little busy. Could you wait, Mr. White? I said, sure. By the way, Mrs. O'Neill is in today hosting a lunch for Mrs. Fitzgerald, the wife of the Prime Minister of Ireland, and they're looking for some tapes for Irish music, and they can't find them. I said, well, I'm here waiting for the speaker. Why don't I sing a song? And I did. I did the Rosa Trelli, and I left.
Putting everybody off their lunch. There was Mrs. Fitzgerald trying to get away from Ireland.
Exactly.
And you're in there with the Irish song. You come from a musical family. Do they all sing like that in your family?
No, they sing well. No, the whole family sang except Mom, my mother. She's the one born in Ireland. She came from Galway.
She sang, don't tell me she was a bass.
No, no, no. She was a good woman, let me tell you. But she's always said, well, you need an audience, all of you kids, because 6 of us sang, and my dad, of course, was a wonderful and famous tenor in the early days of radio.
Oh, didn't he have a nickname? What was he called?
I knew you'd ask me that. He did. His name was Joe. No, his nickname, he was called the Silver Mask Tenor, and I've told the story so many times.
Well, he sang in a mask.
Yes, he did.
Hey.
The rumor went that in the First World War something happened over there in France and he had to hide it with the mask, but that wasn't the case at all.
The Lone Ranger of song.
It's just about, and I was the son of Rin Tin Tin or Silver or something, you know.
Kimosabe. What makes an Irish tenor? I mean, you know the way Pavarotti and people like that, they, like that.
But his Irish tenor is not very high up.
I think Mr. Pavarotti gets up there
He's
too.
not up there all the time.
No, the Irish tenor, I know it's a kind of timbre or tone quality. I think the Irish tenor voice has a kind of slightly higher placement than usual. And what else can I say? I mean, of course, the greatest exponent of it all was
John McCormack.
Our beloved John McCormack, and he was trained in the Italian tradition, and he was absolutely world famous in opera and oratorio and lieder and ballad. So he brought the Irish tenor sound into the most beautiful kind of classical singing.
Do you get a chance to sing opera at all?
I do. I've sung Mozart's Don Giovanni. I've done a lot of Baroque operas. I love singing opera to a certain extent, but I'm not crazy about it. I love going and watching it. I like to just stand up and sing, I swear.
You know? You do it so well.
Thank you.
And you've got concerts coming up soon as well.
I do. I'm going up to Southport, in fact, on this weekend, and where else? Warrington, and then Northampton, and Wolverhampton with the English Philharmonic, and Worthing. And I think, if memory serves, I'm at Hayes at the end of the month.
It's what I would call a broad cross-section of British life.
A wee bit.
And I'm sure you'll enjoy it, and thank you, Robert.
Thank you very much.